Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production.
Roll sound.
Rolling.
Sound production. Take 2.
Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. Remember those childhood movies you loved? Now, we're going to watch them again and find out if they're still as amazing as you remember. Or, your father was right. You were an idiot, and everything you watched was stupid. So buckle up, movie aficionados. Over-the-top gore? Check. Over-embellished action? Check. Gratuitous nudity? Double check. Storylines so absurd you could drive a semi-truck through those plot holes. Oh yeah, some of those movies didn't even know what a movie plot was. And that's the way we liked it. Now, here's your hosts, Anna Santos and Jimmy Coates.
All right. Playing around with everything here. Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. We are still in our driving for the summer. I will admit my drive-in picks have not been the greatest.
No, they have not. God bless. There were a couple I was hopeful for.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not mad. I'm mad about some of them.
Well, your first two picks, Predator and The Running Man, we thought were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And now we are doing your two picks, a double feature. And the first one from 1982, we're still in the 80s, Kurt Russell, John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yes.
And I will say this. I know, okay, I know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's going to be good. It's not wondering if it's still going to be good. Now it's going to be, how good is it still? Because
yes,
I've seen this movie many, many times. I have not seen it in probably 10 years. Probably 10 years is...
See, this one has probably been 20 for me.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. And I watched it a few times. Like, I'd say probably 10, 15 times I've seen it.
10, 15. Oh, yeah. That's...
Yeah. Feels about right. But I haven't seen it in 20 years. So, like, I remember loving it. I just don't know if it's still as good as I remember it.
Now, see, it has to be as good as I remember it because I remember loving it. And this is one of my favorite horror movies, science fiction movies. Talk about a who, not who done it, who is it?
Yeah.
What do you...
It feels very much like a locked room mystery, which I love.
Yes.
Because obviously they're stranded. And they can't really... Like, there's not a lot of in and out. So they're like, the killer is amongst us. Or in this case, the shape-shifting alien is amongst us.
Yes.
And that feels great.
And so confident that I love this movie that...
You bought it?
I bought the 4K and it's still in the wrapping.
Oh, wow.
So it's...
You're ready to pop that on your 4K TV.
Yes, I am positive I'm going to like... If this turns out to be fucking shitty, not only did I waste like $38 on a 4K.
I don't think it's going to be shitty.
No.
But I have a controversial take. I like watching the remake more than the original.
We'll get to that because I know everyone's like the remake doesn't compare. I agree, but there is something about the remake, and we'll get to it when we go to the next.
We'll get to it later,
yeah.
But I mean, I think.
But I have seen that one more recently
than
I have seen this one.
Well, the remake came out in like 2011, and I think
it's not a remake; it's a prequel. Because it
feels remakey.
Absolutely. I mean, they didn't even really change a whole lot of the poster or nothing. They didn't even give it a different title.
Yeah, no, they're basically like, no, pretty much same movie, but not.
And where the 2011 one ends with the last survivors chasing the dog, The Thing 1982 begins with the Swedish camp chasing the dog, which I thought was great. What do you remember about this one though? Because I remember a lot.
It's funny though, because I remember a lot too, but I remember mostly Kurt Russell.
So awesome. He's one of my favorite actors.
100%. Also, I hear he's actually a really nice man.
Yeah, and a Republican. God bless him.
He's a Republican?
Oh, hardcore Republican. If it makes you feel any better, Goldie Hawn is a diehard Democrat.
Yes, and God
How
bless
they've stayed
him.
married this long, because he
Yeah.
is hardcore
No.
Republican.
But here's the thing. I can deal with Republicans if they're actually Republicans. I can't deal with the
Oh
new...
no, he's Charlton Heston.
Oh, see, Charlton Heston also kind of ick.
I love Charlton.
I love him as an actor.
Well, yeah,
I
other
love
than
him
yeah.
for his cultural stamp that he has put on
Oh, so amazing.
to the world of entertainment. I love him for that. He went a little too hard. I think it was Charlton Heston. Second Amendment, like
NRA,
like
yeah, that's
butt buddy. Yeah, he went
That's
too
him.
hard for that. So I was like, my dude.
But
Are
even
you
when he
really
did
gonna
that,
tell
he was
me?
doing like that cameo for Wayne's World 2 where they
Yes,
and he was So you
He's
can
I
fall into the category that I'm not. Well, I'm more. I believe I'm centric. I lean a little more right. I have children. Before I had children, I leaned a little more left. But because I have children, I'm like, no, we have to stop whatever evil there is out there. You can take some of my children because I don't like them, but there are children that I like, and I must
Yeah.
protect them.
see, but here's
I believe you should hear everyone's opinion. I believe
Yeah.
you can be friends with people. I mean, there's lunatics on both sides that I'm like, whoa.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like there are some like alt left people where I'm like, sir, you need to calm down.
Yeah. Unless
Like,
some
but I am-
right too that are like, dude.
Oh, there are alt rights that I'm like, sir, you need to
It's
really
not-
calm down. But 9 times out of 10, when it's someone who's really, really alt left, they're kind of like, let nature take over the world again. Like, let's just leave Mother Nature to do let the animals roam. We don't need laws. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's 2 steps too far.
Yeah. How am
And
I gonna
then
get my
If you go,
Starbucks tree hugger?
if you go alt right, it
Mad
starts-
Max.
it honestly, actually, no, it's more like
It's
what
more-
if Hitler had won?
Yeah.
Like, and that's terrifying.
Handmaid's Tale.
Yes, that shit is terrifying because the left is like everybody should have equal rights. Like when they go so far left,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, I appreciate the enthusiasm and this idyllic picture that you want to create of the world, but none of it is feasible. And it's nonsensical. But God bless you for having all of these feelings in your heart. But then if you go all the way to the right, you're like, you want to take away everybody's rights? What?
Yeah. 1984.
You don't think women should vote? Excuse me? What?
Wow.
This is so weird. So
I'm looking at the
Wow.
cast here. I think they're all Republicans. We have Wilford Brimley, our diabetes guy.
I
Definite-
think Richard Mazur, I don't think.
Mauser, or is it Mauser or Mazur?
I always
He's
say Mazur,
awesome. Yeah, he might
is
be
awesome.
a Democrat. Yeah.
but I think he's a Democrat.
Keith
um,
David, Republican. Charles Halliban, Republican. I'm guessing. I don't know.
We don't know, but we would love to hear if anybody wants to
These-
tell us.
I mean, everyone knows Kurt Russell and everybody knows diabetes guy. Look, Wilford
Yeah.
Brimley. Like, are you on that page where it shows everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 34,
Yeah.
44, 54, 64, 74. He was only 47 when he did this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, or 46. And
That's how we used to age, my friend.
I know, but he would
It's not
be.
like
What
that
would
no
he
more.
be? Is he a boomer or is he before that?
He's
Not only
silent generation.
he's silent generation. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he looks like that for the next 30, 40 years of his life.
Correct.
Boomers don't age well. Gen Z, god damn you guys. You do not age well. There's some Gen Zs
Yeah,
that look
Gen
like they're
Z.
late 40s.
Have you? Okay, this is totally off topic, and we are
Ah.
totally going to get back to the thing after I
Yes.
say this. But there's this trend going around for like Gen Zs and like young millennials who are they're putting on this trend on TikTok where they put like an aging filter on, and then there's a song that they sing, and then at one point they like put their hand on a phone, and when they take the hand away, the filter is off. So it's supposed to be the difference between like, this is what they think I'm supposed to look like. This is what I actually look like. 90% of the time, there's almost no difference.
I know.
And I'm like, sweetie, stop. This is not the flex you think it is.
No. You got
You're
that
just showing how
boomer
old you are.
gene.
Yeah. And they're like, I'm
Where
only
you hit-
32. And I'm like, you're what?
Yeah, no, you're not. You're 54.
Sweetie, sit down. Sit down. Don't show people this. Why
And
are
boomers
you
were like that. If you look at boomers high school, and they all got the mustache, the full grown mustaches.
Oh, God,
and
yeah.
they look like they're on their like second
all-
mortgage.
100%. They're like, we have just joined the AARP, and now we're preparing for retirement because that's
Yeah.
coming soon. And they're all 18. And you're like, what? You look way too old. But yeah.
This cast is fantastic. We'll go back to the thing
Yes.
now. We got off talking about.
Yeah. Well,
But-
I'm sorry. I got distracted.
Kurt Russell, amazing. I love Kurt Russell movies since I was a kid. Like, he even did when he did the Disney movies. Yeah,
he
he's
has
been
incredible
awesome movie.
presence on screen.
Yeah,
Like,
good guy,
absolutely
bad
incredible.
guy.
Yeah.
You know Wilford Brimley. You know Richard Mazur or Mauser. I don't know how it's pronounced. Keith David. Talk about a guy that aged well. God damn, he was in that Netflix show, the one with the two. They were in 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton. Her, I remember.
Oh, Frankie and Grace.
Frankie and Grace. Keith David looks like he's like 40, and he's like 90. I don't know how old he is, but
Yo, black don't crack.
oh my god, aged well.
He has always looked very fantastic, and I love him. He has incredible like comedic
Yeah,
timing.
Keith David's awesome. He's also
Yeah.
in John Carpenter's They Live, which is behind me with Roddy Piper. Awesome movie. TK Carter. You know everybody that you'll recognize their face, and if you're
Yeah.
listening to this, you probably saw The Thing once or twice.
100%.
Yeah.
It has been on late night. You have watched it. That's how I first discovered it. It was a late night TV watch. It popped up on network television, and I was like, cool, let's watch this. And then I really liked it. So every time it popped up, I watched it, which is how by the time I got to like mid 2000s, I had seen it 10 or 15 times because every time it popped up, I watched it. And I am a huge fan of locked room mysteries. So I really love it when you're like, they have to figure out who it is
Oh,
amongst them.
The tension in this movie is
Oh,
even
it's
though
so
you've
good.
seen it 15, 20 times, every time I watch it, you know who's who, but it's still
yeah.
that tension is so good. And it's done by this director, a little known director named John Carpenter,
Hmm.
who did a couple movies that were all right.
Just a few.
Like, my God, The Fog, Halloween. Like some of the all-time greatest horror movies. I like his bad ones, like Ghosts of Mars
I haven't seen
Bam.
that one.
with Ice Cube. Oh,
No. I'm
really?
gonna look that up now.
It has Natasha Henstridge, Ice Cube, Jason Statham, Pam Grier.
How have I not seen this?
It is a Clea Duvall. I probably pronounce it right. See her face, you know who she is.
Yeah, I know exactly who she is.
Escape from New York. Oh my God. Like so many of my childhood horror movies. And this for
Wow.
me was staying in the city with grandparents and aunt and uncles, and
Yeah.
they had a big stack of Betamax that 3 movies to a tape, and I got this one. And yeah, what I love about this movie is the practical effects.
Hmm.
That's one of the things people complain about the 2011 one, all CGI.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to that. I do agree. Like if you get practical effects that are done well,
Yes.
you cannot, CGI can look really good. There's just something about practical effects.
I think, well, here's the thing that I always have, and this is my big beef that I've always had. I prefer practical effects to CGI if it's in the scene. If you can do it practically, I want to see the practical effects.
Yes.
I don't want you to CGI everything just because it's easier or because you want to keep it like it's cleaner. It's more like take the time. Take
Yeah.
the time if you can, because it does actually help the actors' performances. It helps the believability of the scene. I much prefer that. Unfortunately, once people started figuring out how to do all the stuff they would have done with practical with CGI, there was a big exodus from practical effects.
Oh yeah, we covered that in like
Yeah.
Ghost Ship and
Yeah, and then everybody's like, "Man, fuck the practical shit. We're just gonna we'll CG it in." And I'm like, "Don't do that." So I think that's also why I really appreciate the 1982 because you didn't really have an option.
no,
You had to make it look real or as real as you could be, as you could, and you had to do it with practical effects.
yeah, and some directors now are mixing the two. All right, playing around with everything.
I really appreciate the 1982 because you didn't really have an option.
No,
You had to make it look real or as real as you could be, as you could, and you had to do it with practical effects.
yeah, and some directors now are mixing the two,
Mhm.
and it sometimes it works very very well. And I
Yeah.
get when you have big scenes,
Yeah.
like when you're looking at Lord of the Rings, you're not going to do practical effects for some of those scenes. That's just
No.
not going to happen. Hold on one
However,
second. I
yep.
do apologize because we're recording. Hello, are you still in Sudbury? Oh, gross. All right, well, I'll see you in what that part out.
Oh, now they're mixing practical effects and CGI,
Yes.
and it can be done really well. And I actually prefer it. Obviously, there are some things that if you were to do it with practical effects, it would cost entirely too much. It would be entirely too time consuming. Nobody has 10 years
Yeah.
to produce a movie anymore. So I get it, but I still prefer like especially if you have a smaller cast, smaller sets, like a movie like The Thing makes total sense.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we? Yeah, because it's basically in one spot. I know.
Yeah.
That's the one thing actually, I didn't even look at that. There was a DVD I had a long time ago, and it had some. Okay, yeah, there are a bunch of commentary with John Carpenter and Kurt Russell, and the making of. Yeah, that might be cool to watch. How much do we think the budget is?
Ah, 2 million?
$1 million?
No, 2 million.
2 million? I'm gonna say 5. Oh, whoa. Between 10 and 15.
Oh,
Way off.
holy crap.
Those fucking practical effects. This movie bombed. I know it did not do well. So I remember seeing a documentary or something.
I think that's why I'm so shocked at the 10 to 15 million because I'm like, I know this movie did not make that much money.
No.
I knew it was kind of more. I've always known it as like a cult film. This was not a big blockbuster.
And I don't
just watched.
And I don't think the critics were very friendly with it either. And this was a movie that became, like you said, a cult film.
Mhm.
And later on, people were like, this was a horror masterpiece. But at the time, yeah, I don't believe it was well received at all. So let's take a look at the box office. Oops.
This is one of the many reasons that I do want to work in Antarctica.
Did you ever watch Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
Where they get the thing where they go to the Antarctica mission for the entire summer.
Wasn't it the Arctic that they went to?
Was it the Arctic? Yeah, I think it was the
Antarctica.
But the first movie they decide to watch
Is the thing.
is the thing.
Solid choice. Solid choice.
All right. 20 million worldwide.
Oh.
So you might have just broken even, not lost
Yeah.
too much, but obviously not what they were hoping.
They did not make enough for a sequel.
Nice release date, although this is
Mm-hmm.
winter. I mean, November
But I
might have
mean,
been. But you know what? That's not a Christmas movie.
it's winter in Antarctica.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I wanted. Let's see. There in Portugal made like $100.
Nice.
A lot of re-releases.
Yeah.
It's not showing me. 1982. It might not have it.
Very
Original release.
possible. Yeah, domestic. And it's not giving us.
No. Yeah, it's not.
That's
So
weird.
that's all right.
Anyways,
Opening 840 theaters, made $3 million. The widest release was 910. Yeah,
yeah, it's still not a lot of theaters.
no, and
Like it's a good chunk, but it's
Yeah.
not.
what
It's not
else
like a
came-
1600.
I mean, it could have been competing with like Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T. Actually, E.T. sounds familiar. That that came out, no one wanted to watch anything but E.T.
Yeah,
Alright.
that one came out June 11th.
Yeah,
So a couple weeks before the thing. So I mean, if it's the summertime, you're picking a movie to take your kids to.
it's gonna be E.T.
I wonder which one you'd pick.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the poster.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's this one or if it is. This one looks very familiar. The Ultimate in Alien
I
Terror.
feel like that one, because it's a guy in a parka
Yeah.
with light shining out of his face. I feel
Or
like
can just-
that was maybe. I feel like that's the theater release poster.
So for those listening, you probably remember the Ultimate in Alien Terror. Then it has the guy in the parka with the bright shining light coming out of the hoodie part. The Thing.
Mhm.
It's an icon. It's not. It's an iconic poster. I would, just because I love the movie so much, I would definitely put it up. Okay, so the taglines are: first one, anytime, anywhere, anyone.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Man is the warmest place to hide.
That, yes-ish.
The Ultimate in Alien Terror.
Oh, that one's good.
And then look closely at your neighbor. Trust no one. They might be the thing. Actually, that was a UK video box one.
I like that though. It gives you the warning.
Yeah. All right. I believe it did not do well with the critics. So let's share.
Oh,
Oh, okay. It must have.
I think the critics love this.
Yeah.
Didn't like the other one.
I know. Yeah.
Because I knew one of them was not a critic favorite. I didn't realize how loved this one was.
Well, it does say. Okay, critical reception. Here's Wikipedia. The film received negative reviews on its release. and hostility for its cynical, anti-authoritarian tone and graphical special effects. Some reviewers were dismissive of the film, calling it the quintessential moron movie of the 80s. Instant junk, wretched excess.
Jeez.
Alan Spencer called it cold and sterile, horror movie attempting to cash in on the genre audience against the optimism of E.T. and the reassuring return of Star Trek II and the sheer integrity of Blade Runner. Yeah, so actually, you're going up again. Oh, and you're going up.
Yeah.
I don't know if Blade Runner came out and Star Trek 2 came out in 1982, but if they did, yeah, you're going up against a little more.
Blade Runner was 1982.
Yeah.
Star Trek 2. Yep, also 1982.
And then you have I love Wrath of Khan so much. Yeah. E.T. So you got a lot more optimism in these movies.
Yeah. This one's kind of like there's no escape.
The plot was criticized as boring and undermined by special effects. The Los Angeles Linda Gross said that the thing was bereft, despairing, and nihilistic, and lacking in feeling, meaning, and the characters' deaths did not matter. So this, at the time, Roger Ebert considered the film to be scary, but offering nothing original beyond the special effects. The New York Times said it was entertaining only if the viewer needed to see spider leg heads and dog autopsies. So at the time, yes, it was butchered. So I think a lot of these reviews are later reviews.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, I'm looking through now and I'm seeing a lot of 2022, 23, 24, 25. Yeah.
Okay, so this is your Anna's pick. So those listing, the critics, it's 85%.
Yeah.
Back in 1982, it was not 85%. It sounds like it got bombarded with bad reviews. The audience score is 92%, over 100,000 ratings. So this is a much enjoyed movie. So Anna will look for the good ones. Doesn't look like that she'll be a
that
problem.
is not a difficult job.
I'll look for some.
So let me start with Thaddeus Buttrey from Loud and Clear Reviews. In my eyes, The Thing is as perfect a movie as a movie can get. It knows exactly what it wants to be and what it's trying to do and succeeds on every level I can conceive. Original score, 5 out of 5.
This is Ginger Varney from LA Weekly. The Thing is like The Howling, a showcase for fiber and latex and the products they produce, by and for people who need their nightmares to be completely comprehensible and completely unreal.
Sean Axemaker from Stream on Demand. An alien invasion horror masterpiece, a kind of survivalist chamber drama set in a remote research station in the icy Arctic, where a small group of men, without women, are confronted by an insidious takeover. No score.
This is Variety staff Variety, back in 2007. If it's the most vividly gruesome monster ever to stalk the screen that audience crave, then The Thing is The Thing. On all other levels, however, John Carpenter's remake of Howard Hawks' 1951 sci-fi classic comes as a letdown.
Ooh. Allison Gilmore from the Winnipeg Free Press. This is the nihilistic look at survival at all costs, in which the men become as dangerous as the thing they're hunting, which is so true.
Roger Ebert of Chicago Sun-Times says, because this material has been done before and better, especially in the original The Thing and Alien, there is no need to see this version. 2.5 out of 4.
Damn. Whale Carey from RogerEbert.com wrote, every October I revisit John Carpenter's The Thing to celebrate the month of Halloween, and every year I arrive at the same conclusion. It's one of the most effective horror films ever made.
Our friend Ken Henke from Mountain Express, pointless remake of the 1951 pointless remake of the 1951 by the usually overrated John Carpenter. 2 out of 5. Fuck you, Ken Henke.
Fuck you, Ken. Jesus. Why was that a good review?
No, I'm doing bad reviews.
No, I know. I was
Oh,
I
reading.
read one and I was like, Renee, I'm gonna read this one for you. And I was like, this is marked as a good review. But I'm like, I feel like somebody got confused. So Renee Schoenfeld from Common Sense Media said graphically violent, gory, grisly, and frightening, though it's so over the top and dated that the gore is almost campy. And I'm like, well, that's an endorsement for me. I don't know if like regular Joe Schmo on the street is gonna read that and be like, that's the one I want.
Yeah.
But anyways, there's so many.
Yeah, there's not a, yeah. I see a lot of tomatoes.
Yeah.
I don't
I'll
have a
read one
ton of
more
green
and then I think
splats.
do you have any more that you
I have
wanna
one more that I'll do.
Okay, go ahead. Do your one.
Vincent Canby of the New York Times from 2003 says Mr. Carpenter has demonstrated that he can make good, comparatively plain old-fashioned scare movies and effective suspense thrillers, but he seems to lose his own head when he combines two or more genres, as he does here. 2 out of 5.
Hmm. And my final one. Ooh, Adam Smith from Empire Magazine. The Thing is a peerless masterpiece of relentless suspense, retina wrecking visual excess, and outright nihilistic terror. Original score 5 out of 5.
That's a good review. That would make me want to
That,
watch it.
yeah, that would 100%. I'd be like, I'm in. Let's go.
IMDb has The Thing, holy shit, 506,000 user ratings.
Jiminy
Comes at
crickets.
8.2. That's pretty good.
That's amazing.
Over 500,000 people, and it's at 8.2. That's pretty good. All right, this is yours, so you find the goofy 10 out of 10. This is the best horror movie ever.
One of the most rewatchable movies ever made. Full
Nice,
bug,
that's
10
actually
out of
not bad.
10.
A must watch for all horror fans. Snoopy style, 9 out of 10.
A Thing of Nightmares, view and review, 8 out of 10.
This was just a good movie. Well, yeah, I'm fucking sold. John Carpenter's The Thing is an entertainingly gore-drenched horror flick. Tavern, 7 out of 10.
Ooh. Commendable science fiction, which works well until you place it under scrutiny, whereupon the faults become all too clear. Barnaby Rudge, 6 out of 10.
Here's Degree 7. Barf bag splatter flick, cult film, but not a classic. 5 out of 10.
Cool concept, bad execution. Damn Jed Rocknick, 4 out of 10.
Let's see, 333. A mess and a travesty of the 1951 classic. M.N. Polio, 3 out of 10. I don't think I've seen the 1953 movie.
I think I have, but I think I've only seen it once. And like in the 90s. It's been a long time. How is this in the IMDb top 250? Petizia, 2 out of 10.
I got that worded a little differently. Surprised that such a movie can make the IMDb top 250.
Oh. Wow, they're really like.
Yeah, because I have like boring, overrated, surprised it could make
Yeah.
it, incredibly revolting. I simply don't get it. I must have been watching another movie, Long Water, 1 out of 10. Okay.
I love it.
But it's obvious that a lot more people like this than did not.
I guess it really is a cult classic, and it is very loved by the people who have watched it. Well, for the most part.
All right, let's us watch the trailer, and then we'll make a prediction. But if you're listening, I'm pretty sure you can guess our prediction already.
Station 31. You read me? Found something in the ice. We need some help down here. Can anybody hear me? We found something. We found something. We found something.
12 men have just discovered something. For 100,000 years, it was buried in the snow and ice. Now it has found a place to live. Inside. Where no one can see it, or hear it, or feel it.
I know I'm human. Some of you are still human. This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open. If it takes us over, then it has no more enemies. Nobody left to kill it. And then it's won.
You guys gonna listen to Gary? He can beat one of those things!
That's a great trailer.
I miss the narration trailers
Yeah.
where they tell you the story with words rather than just showing you various scenes. Yeah. Everything that's important and good. Yeah, I think I'm going to love it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna love it too. Yeah, it's. I actually seen the trailer, that opening with the radio thing. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, everything in the trailer reminds me about the movie. And yes, I am super excited to watch this movie.
Me too.
And for like 30, 40, whatever the hell I paid for this stupid thing, better be good.
I'm sure it will be.
All right, well, we are going to go watch The Thing from 1982. And when we come back, we are going to review it.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And now, on with the show.
Yay!
Ooh,
Did you watch 1982's The Thing?
I did indeed.
Two corrections. It wasn't Ernie Hudson in this movie because he was the one that was in Frankie and John, Frankie, whatever, Grace and Frankie, whatever the hell that was. This was Keith David, different person. Ernie Hudson, Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Yeah, Keith
They
David.
do have a very similar voice, though.
They do, yeah. A lot of them, they
Yeah.
both do a lot of cartoon work, and
Yeah.
Keith David did like The Princess and the Frog.
hmm
I've seen that movie so many times with my kid.
You know, I've never seen it.
It's actually not bad. Well,
Yeah.
the first couple times is not bad. And I didn't pay $30, $40 for my movie. It was $20.
Oh,
I paid for
okay.
the thing.
That's good. That's good.
I only had 2 opportunities to watch these movies, one for each one. And when I came home late and I was tired. I did not want to watch a movie.
hmm
And I wasn't in a great mood, but I had to. This was the only time I could watch one of these movies, and
Yeah.
I was gonna pick 2011, The Thing, but I'm like, if I get busy and have to watch it while doing something, I would rather do it with the 2011 one. So I watched this one. I would, like I said, not in the mood, to watch a movie. I was
Yeah.
pissed that I had to watch this brand new 4K movie that I got when I wasn't even in the mood to watch it. And I still loved it. It was great. And it looked great on 4K.
Oh, I believe it. I
Yeah.
believe it. Like, I kept making notes about how good the like practical effects look. And I was
Mhm.
like, oh, the frozen blood. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, the sliminess. Oh, this is great. Like, I was like, this is fucking fantastic. And it was funny because even though it is a creature feature, we'll call it that, because it's horror, but it's also kind of action, but it
Yeah.
definitely goes more horror thriller. Like there's an intensity to it. There's, suspense.
Yeah.
There's I don't know why, but because I'm like when they're doing the blood testing scene, I'm like, what's gonna happen? They say it's gonna react, but what's gonna happen? And I'm like, wait, and I actually jumped a little bit when the blood reacted, and I was like, oh, and I was like, oh, look at you guys doing this. This is amazing. But yeah, no, I loved it too.
Yeah. And by definition, horror movies are somewhat action with the slashing and the
A little
chopping and
bit,
the
but
chasing.
this one's almost like an action movie that was real that relied on horror and suspense. Because
Yes.
how there are some action movies that like it's just action. People fight, it's great, whatever. This one was more like there was a lot of action.
Yes.
A lot of action, and I didn't remember it having that much action. And I'm like, oh, this is really like jam-packed. And everything that leads to the action, and even during the action, there's a certain sense of discomfort because you're like, man, something's gonna pop out of somewhere. Someone else is gonna die. Somebody's gonna lose a limb. Like it's just everything's gonna happen. It was a fun one. It was
And yeah,
fun.
it had science fiction, it had horror, had
Yeah.
gore. Yeah, it was very well done. Actually, it might have been a little longer than 10 years because when I started watching it, I know everyone dies in this
Yeah.
movie. I knew the Kurt Russell and Keith David make it at the end. But I couldn't remember the order anymore. I couldn't remember
Yeah,
who goes
same.
first. I couldn't remember when they tied them to the thing and they did the
I
blood
didn't remember
test.
that either.
I'm like, was it the old guy, the leader, the captain with the
Yeah,
gun,
yeah.
or was it what was his name?
There was Gary, who's the old guy with the gun.
The other pilot,
Oh God.
and I couldn't remember who
What
it
was
actually
his
was.
name? Windows?
No, Windows was the little
Oh.
nerdy guy with the glasses.
Oh God, what was his name?
Was it Palmer?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
Palmer.
yes.
And it was him that actually was.
But it was funny because when I saw him, I was like, oh shit. He's so young.
Oh yeah.
Because I've only seen him when he's older and skinnier. So I'm like, oh my God, buddy, you're so young and like healthy looking.
And I will say this for Keith David, I said Ernie Hudson aged miraculously well. So did Keith David.
100%.
He did too.
100%.
But like Donald Moffat, who played Gary, the leader,
Yes.
he looked old, but I remember him from a lot of different stuff past this movie, and he
Yes.
looked a lot younger. They all looked a lot younger,
Yeah.
except for Wilford Brimley.
God bless him.
He still looked like he was 70 years old.
He's just one of those people that like hits, like when they reach a certain age, whatever they physically look like, they just stay looking like that
Yeah.
forever.
And some of the practical effects I thought were great. There were a couple that
Yeah.
aged poorly, but it didn't bring the movie down at all.
It didn't break
Yeah.
the vibe of the movie.
Yeah.
Like there was some stuff where you were just like, it's a little out of place, but it wasn't so bad it takes you out of the movie.
No. And yeah, the pacing, the score was fantastic. I don't know how this got such bad reviews in 1982.
I know.
I guess some movies, a lot of movies are great now, but they did not do well back then. This is definitely on the top of the list. This is definitely a movie that will be rivaling my
You know
favorite
why?
of the year.
Because there's no hero in it.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
That's probably why it didn't do well, because especially in the 80s, there had to be a hero.
Yeah.
There's someone who saves the day. Nobody really saves the day. People just survive.
Yeah, it's surviving.
That's it. They're like, luck of the draw. I made it out. And now I'm probably going to die on this continent because nobody's going to find us. We're all going to freeze to death.
Yeah.
And I think people have a hard time with that.
Yeah.
Because I say it all the time. I'm like, not every movie has to have a happy ending. I like happy endings. I love them. I love when stuff is resolved. I love when it has a satisfying ending, like the bad guy gets his due. But I'm like, basically, the everybody just dies, except for these two guys who managed to make it out, but not because they're smarter or they outsmart the alien.
No.
It's mostly just luck.
Oh yeah, this is all luck.
All luck. And that's what I think is so charming about this movie and made it even more realistic. Because we're like, yeah, no. I mean, for reals, everybody just dies. Nobody really has a chance to survive.
No.
They make it out by the skin of their teeth, and that's it.
Yeah. Like, Kurt Russell's going to the end because it was Kurt Russell.
Mhm.
But this was like, if you got paired with the alien to go look for something, if you got stuck or you were around this was 100% luck. If you made it, you weren't around the alien
And I think that's something that adds to the tension of it, because you don't know who the alien is.
No.
And you're like, anybody could be at risk. Kurt Russell could be at risk. You don't want him to be, but he could be an alien. You don't know. And I think that helps a lot. But yeah, I think a lot of people would have difficulty with, they lucked out. Like,
yes. And this was more harkened to the 70s movies where it was all anti-heroes. People didn't just survive. And then the 80s quickly came along and changed all that. It made everything more bubblegummy. There was resolutions, which I don't mind, but there's something to be said for those movies where
they just end.
These guys aren't heroes. Like you said,
No.
They're just trying to survive, and they will turn on you. Like Kurt Russell shoots Mauser in the head.
And valid.
Clark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Valid.
And he turned out not to be a thing. And
And the guy's like, "Are you happy now? You're a murderer." And I was like, were you not there for that situation? Because I was watching it and I was like, no, valid. If I'm getting rushed by someone I don't know if they're an alien, I'm shooting first, asking questions later.
They are lucky I was not there.
You'd
I
be
would have
locked in a
torched
closet.
all of them. I would have torched all of them.
You would have been like, I don't know what's happening, but everybody gets lit on fire.
Yeah. There, it's just me left. I won. I won.
And now I'm going to be in this isolated science station. I'm assuming it's a science station. I didn't see much science happening before.
No, there was that one computer room.
Yeah, where he's playing chess. And then he breaks the
chess.
computer. I'm like, you're in Antarctica, sir. Yeah. Why are you pouring your whiskey onto the chess?
Now, no one can
game?
play chess.
No one can play chess. And it's because especially with Antarctica, because I've researched this, because I was very interested in, and I still am, in working on Antarctica. They don't have super regular deliveries of things.
No.
Like Amazon is not delivering. You can order Amazon to someone's house. Someone can send it to the people who are coming in with supplies, and then maybe you get it in like 2 months.
Yeah.
But there's no guaranteed supply chain. You don't know when shit's going to land because the weather can stop it. And also hardly anybody ever is down there for winter. It's usually the summer months. So I was like, winter? Wow, you guys are ballsy walking outside in winter without a coat. What?
I wonder if they get Netflix.
No, streaming is really, really hard there.
Yeah.
No.
You have to get Starlink.
Well, they do have satellite connections for internet, but there are only certain windows during the day when you get like
when you can
signals,
actually get it, right?
And then it gets sketchy on either end of those windows, and then for some you don't have anything. You're just like, we're just gonna go. there was a TikTok of a guy who was working in Antarctica, and he did a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And he's like, here's what it's like. Here's what our cafeteria is like. Here's what the showers are like. This is what it's like living down here. Da 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 da. And I was like, this is so fascinating. I want to do this, but I'm not qualified to do anything down in Antarctica.
No,
Except for maybe communications. I think there's a course I can take. I want to do it, but I'm gonna be that fool who's like, guys, I'm going down to Antarctica for 6 months. You can work at the post office there.
Oh, nice.
However, I read what living, because there's a post office like / tourist spot, and you can work there and live there. However, you can't actually shower there. There's no running water. There's no plumbing.
Wet. Ooh, the shower. Like I'm like, I could get some wet wipes.
Yeah. Well, you have to bring your own wipes to kind of clean yourself off every day, and you can't. There's no flushing toilets. Like I don't know if it's incinerator toilets or it's like basically like camp toilet, like porta potties. And when the cruise ships come in, sometimes they let you go on the cruise ship to take a shower.
Nice.
And I was like, I will not be doing that. Thank you so much.
All right, let's go over this movie. Let's see here. Okay. In Antarctica, a Norwegian helicopter pursues a sled dog to an American research station. The Americans witness the passengers accidentally blow up the helicopter. Yeah, that was...
Yeah.
In addition to himself, the pilot fires a rifle and shouts at the Americans, but they cannot understand him, and he is shot dead in self-defense by Station Commander Gary. Yeah, he breaks the window. He could have went out the door.
Well, I'm sitting there and I'm like, why are you breaking the window? You can't just get a replacement window.
Yeah. The American helicopter pilot, R.J. McCready, and Dr. Cooper leave to investigate the Norwegian base among the charred ruins and frozen corpses. They find the burnt corpses of a malformed humanoid, which they transfer to the American station. Their biologist, Blair, autopsies the remains and find the normal set of human organs. Yeah, so yeah, it started off great.
Yes.
The moron who blows up his own helicopter. Unfortunate.
Accidentally buries the grenade.
Yeah. And
right
then
next to the helicopter.
They take the dog in. The score was great.
The score is amazing.
Yeah. And then, going back and seeing the Norwegian one, which plays into 2011, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
And it does play in very well, actually. Everything looks...
It does, and it doesn't, but it does.
Yeah.
The link is there, and the link makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Well, we'll get into that one.
We'll get into that when we talk about 2011, because I have thoughts.
Clark kennels the sled dog. Yeah, the dogs, they're in their the room, the recreation room, and the dog's wandering around. Someone yells at him to put the dog away, and he puts him in with the other dogs. Yeah. And the dogs don't like this new dog at all. And we've seen why very quickly.
Can I tell you, this dog is an incredible actor.
Yeah, how it just went there and sat.
Stared at the door. But even when it's like walking down the hall at one point, before that, like the head movements and the looks. And I was like, that is one incredibly well-trained dog.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
It soon metamorphs and absorbs several of the station dogs. The disturbance alerts the team, and Childs uses a flamethrower to incinerate the creature. Actually, first, Clark is there.
Yes.
And he's watching, like he hears it, goes in, and then he's like, what the fuck? And then you see it spits that shit at the one dog. And
I was like, don't do that to the dog. Because that was the dog. That was the one smart dog trying to escape.
Yeah. That's probably what got spit on first.
Yeah. All the other dogs were just losing their shit. And this one dog's like, we can get out.
I'm out. And then all the little tentacle things going out. The effects were great.
They were.
And
because they were gross too.
90%, 85% of them still hold up today very well.
Yes. I will agree.
A couple of them don't, but most of them do. Blair autopsy. Yeah, and then then McGrady comes in with the. What did he come in with a gun? Yes, he did come with a gun, and one.
Oh yeah,
and
a shotgun.
Clark had the axe. Yeah, because Clark gets mad because he shoots to one dog that's pinned down by one of the tentacles. I'm like, dude. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry. Just let him shoot.
Yeah, I don't want to get PETA mad here, but I wouldn't even be really I'd just be shooting everything.
Well, if it's between you staying alive, you and every other human staying alive, or possibly losing a dog or two, and I take it really hard when dogs die in movies, like really hard. I fast forward through that part in John Wick. I can't do it. But yeah, I'm like, kill the dogs.
Yeah,
kill them all.
Yeah, that dog split in half and became a spider. Bam. That dog barked. Bam. That dog's panting. Bam.
Okay, maybe not that bad, sir.
And then who is it? Childs comes in with the flamethrower, and then he's like, what the hell? And they're like, fucking just burn them.
That's one thing I will say about this movie and even the 2011 The Thing. They all take too long to light shit on fire.
Yeah, I don't think I would take that long.
I wouldn't either.
I was like, that looks like an alien.
Crazy alien climbing around. My first instinct, set it on fire.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there going, what's going on, guys? What's happening?
Blair autopsies the dog thing and surmises it is an organism that can perfectly imitate other life forms. Mm-hmm. Data recovered from the Norwegian base leads the Americans to a large excavation site containing a partially buried alien spacecraft, which Norse estimates has been buried for over 100,000 years. A smaller, human-sized dog's dig site, Blair grows paranoid after running a computer simulation that indicates the creature could assimilate all life on Earth in a matter of years. Yeah, it was something like...
that simulation.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I'm sure it looked great in 1982.
It's a great animation.
I'm glad they said 1982 Antarctica at the beginning.
Yes, 100%.
You're automatically going, okay, this is 1982. Because when it doesn't say that, you almost falsely go into this mindset like, oh my God, that's so cheap. But when it tells you 1749, 1987.
Yeah, when you see...
you can forgive a lot of stuff.
You see the DOS and you're like, okay, yeah, like I get it. But like as it's spitting out information, I'm like, buddy, the Commodore 64 could not do that. It did not have the power to do that. No. And they don't have an internet connection. And they don't have like the servers down there to run these simulations. Yeah. So I'm like, this is a little unbelievable. I was like, but that animation is super cute. It's super cute.
That's why I'm dying now I probably will hopefully soon watch the making of and the commentary with John Carpenter and Kurt Russell.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Very interesting.
But especially for what the station looked like, I was like, that would be a very, very advanced computer for people who don't even have a room to put shit in because it's all lining the halls.
Yes. Yeah, for it to make that distinction and that probabilities.
And to have the images of it, like a simulation, a visual simulation of it. And I was like, the computer can't do that unless you tell it to.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think you could Google it and come up with an answer if you put in the right stuff. Maybe ChatGPT.
Google didn't exist at that point.
Oh, no, that's what I mean. Even if you did it today, you wouldn't be able to get an actual... well, maybe you might.
No, an animation like that would take a couple days.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But, okay, so... partially buried north buried for 100,000. Yep. The creature could simulate all life on Earth in a matter of years. Yeah, I think it was... it did it in minutes. It was something ridiculous, like 270,000, whatever it was. The group implements controls to reduce the risk of assimilation. Actually, they have no idea at this point. Blair just goes nuts.
He like locks himself in a room and he's like, nope.
Yeah, no, that's me.
I'm out. Bye.
I'll shoot you, you fuckers. And just and he's just shooting at whoever comes close to a doorway. He just shoots at them.
Yeah.
But he realizes what's going on very early before everyone else. That
Mhm.
anyone is, and they what the computers say most like the odds of multiple people being a
Yeah,
thing.
it said it would overtake, I think, 75%, and the
Yeah,
odds of someone being the thing is like 100%.
is 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
The remains of the malformed humanoid assimilate an isolated Bennings, but Wintows interrupts the process and McCready burns the being's things. What?
Huh?
Okay, the remains of the malformed humanoid
Oh,
assimilate and
yes.
isolate Bennings. Okay, so Bennings is left alone because Windows leaves.
Yes.
And when Windows comes back, he sees Bennings on the chair being wrapped around with tentacles. Windows, like he should, runs away screaming.
Mhm.
McCready and them come back. There's nothing there. And
Yeah.
then they chase Bennings out. They get him out into the out in the cold. He's outside. They surround him, and his hands and arms are all still alien-like. And they
Yeah.
torch him.
That that was weird, but also funny because he just sits there and takes it.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
like,
it's like the thing knows, like, fuck, you got
yeah.
me.
He's like, I'm surrounded. It's
Yeah.
fine.
The team also imprisons Blair in a tool shed after he sabotages all the vehicles, kills the remaining sled dogs. Oh, yeah, that's right. He does kill all the remaining sled dogs
Yeah.
with an axe.
Blair is going crazy.
But Blair realizes that no one can leave. No one can.
Yeah.
No one can leave. And instead of, he just starts killing things and wrecking everything.
Instead of having a conversation, he's like,
Yeah.
no, we're
No.
just going to make sure we can't leave. And I'm going to hide from all you motherfuckers. Peace out.
And destroys a radio to prevent escape. Cooper suggests testing the infection by comparing the crew's blood against uncontaminated blood held in storage. But after learning the blood stores have been destroyed, the men lose faith in Gary's leadership. That's right. He was the only one with the keys.
Correct.
This movie does a really good job because I'm like, I know everyone's going to die. But as I was trying to remember, okay, wait, fuck. And it does a real, I wish I saw this because I saw this first when I was a kid. I wish I wasn't a kid when I first saw this because I don't think I appreciated how clever and like, you're like, fuck, that guy could be it. No, that guy could be it. Actually, anyone could be it.
Well, especially because the focus on identifying the alien was blood.
Yeah.
Like they didn't deduce any kind of other way to do it. So they were like, it's down to the blood. So there's no physical markers or there's no anything. So it heightens the like tension of like, so who is it?
Yeah.
Who is the alien that's going to try and eat us?
And McCready takes command. He, Windows, and Knowles find Fuchs' burnt corpse and surmise he committed suicide to avoid simulation.
Mm-hmm.
Windows returns to base while McCready and Knowles investigate McCready's shack. During the return, Knowles abandons McCready, that'd be me too, in a snowstorm, believing he has been assimilated after finding torn clothes in the shack. And yeah, the thing is trying to throw off,
Trying to frame people.
throw people off his scent. Yeah, no, I thought this was like a very clever, even after not seeing it for so many years and watching it so many times, it's still so good.
Yeah.
The team debates whether to allow McCready inside, but he breaks in and holds the group at bay with dynamite. Yeah, that'd be me too. I was like, you fuckers.
I appreciate that though. I appreciate
Yes.
that. He's like, I'll blow us all up.
Yeah.
Like if any of you come close to me, I'll blow us all up.
Yeah, I know you want to kill me, but if you're killing me, we're all going.
Yep.
During the encounter, Norris appears to suffer a heart attack. As Cooper attempts to defibrillate Norris, his chest transforms into a large mouth and bites off Cooper's arms, killing him. This was a great scene. And then, I'm not reading it here, but then McCready torches that fucker, and that head just ripping off and sliding down the side of the table. And when the little legs pop out in the eyes, I'm like Palmer. He's like, yeah, be fucking kidding me. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My response would probably be more girlish screaming.
100%.
Yeah.
I was taken
I probably
aback.
wouldn't say anything clever. I would just
Yeah.
scream like a girl.
I was taken aback when that guy's chest was eating the other guy's arms. I was like,
Yeah, that
whoa.
was great.
I was like, I forgot that happened. I remembered the head with the I remembered that,
Yeah.
but I didn't remember the arm eating.
McCready incinerates the Norris / thing, but its head detaches and attempts to escape before also being burnt. McCready hypothesizes that the Norris thing demonstrated that every part of the thing is an individual life form with its own survival instinct. He proposes testing blood samples from each survivor with heated pieces of wire, and each man restrained, but is forced to kill Clark after he lunges at McCready with a scalpel. And I like Clark, but yeah, I get it. I'd shoot him too.
Clark is at the point where he's just, this is too much. He's hit his limit, and he's like, you're not going to tell me I'm an alien.
Yeah.
And McCready's also hit his limit, and he's like, you will not lunge at me with a scalpel, fool.
Everyone passes the test except Palmer, whose blood recoils from the heat, and that is a great effect.
So
and I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know who it was going to happen with.
Yeah.
But when it just shot out of that little petri dish,
I wasn't expecting that.
No, it was. I forgot how loud and how good it looked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have wet myself a bit.
You don't have to tell us that.
As all my family comes out, what are you screaming for? Nothing. I wasn't screaming. It was a movie. No, we've heard you scream. That was you.
That was you. It was very girly, very high pitched.
Exposed, the Palmer thing transforms, breaks free of its bonds, and infects Windows, forcing McCready to incinerate them both. Child's left on guard while the others go to test Blair. They find that he has escaped. So he was, and that's the other thing. You don't know if he was. Obviously, he wasn't. But you didn't know if he was when he got out there, if someone went out there and did it. And they don't answer that, which really leaves the mystery of the whole movie.
Yes. Because you never see Blair again.
No. Oh, yes, you do.
Where?
When he puts his fingers through Buddy's cheeks.
Oh, my God. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that was
I
gross
actually
too.
made a note about the cheeks.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It was good. It was great. But yeah.
And then they come together, and then you don't see him after that.
Yeah.
He has escaped and has been using vehicle components to assemble a small flying saucer, which they destroy. Upon the return, Child is missing, and the power generator has been destroyed, leaving the men without heat. McCready speculates that with no escape left, the thing intends to return to hibernation until a rescue team arrives. McCready, Gary, and Knowles agree that the thing cannot be allowed to escape and set explosives to destroy the station. But the Blair / thing kills Gary, and Knowles disappears. The Blair thing transforms into an enormous creature and breaks the detonator. But McCready triggers the explosives with the stick of dynamite, destroying the station and the Blair thing. What happened to Knowles? I forget now. Knowles, the cook. He had the roller skates.
Oh, he dies.
You do see him die, right?
He died before that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Might have to watch it again.
His was a quick death, though.
Yeah.
If I remember, like, it wasn't overly gory and like dramatic. It was a quick death.
While McCready sits by the burning remnants, Childs returns, claiming he got lost in the storm while pursuing Blair. Exhausted and slowly freezing to death, they acknowledge the futility of their distrust and share a bottle of Scotch whiskey. This was a great ending. Because either one of them could have been the thing.
Yes.
And not showing you that was fantastic. It just leaves it in your imagination. I could see you being going like, fuck, this sucks. But I thought it was brilliant.
I mean, but it also sets up for a really great sequel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, their frozen bodies are found.
Oh, yeah. Someone
there.
should do this as a TV show.
Yeah, and then as they defrost, one of them is an alien.
Yeah.
And then everybody starts dying at the science station that their bodies have been brought to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it actually gets to
Fantastic.
the mainland. That would be fantastic.
That would also be very cool.
And that is our movie. All right. What is your score?
My score is buy it. And here's why. Because even though it was made in 1982, and there are a few indicators that it is 1982 in the movie, it is not a movie of its time. This can happen at any time, any place. Well, and Antarctica is pretty much the only place it could really happen because you're not digging underneath like Houston or Toronto and finding a spaceship that
No.
has a frozen alien next to it. Like, you're
No.
not. But it is one of those movies that it starts to build tension. There's always a question of who's going to be the next to die, who's going to be the next to kill, who's the alien, who's not the alien, who's going to figure it out. There's always all of this, and then so many practical effects that are gross. Even the sound effects of the effects, like, you're just sitting there going, oh god, that sounds disgusting. This looks disgusting. I would shit my pants if that thing was running towards me.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot that's really, really good about this movie, but also, I mean, I've seen it quite a few times, and I remembered loving it, and then I was watching it again, and I was like, God, this is still really good. This is still like, maybe it's because I forgot the order people were dying in, and I'm like, oh my God, is this where you die? Is this where you? Because everybody dies.
Yeah.
And there's something exceptionally gross about almost every single person who dies. Their death usually includes something that you're just like, oh God, ew. But then you're left with almost an unresolved dilemma where you're like, okay, but are one of them the alien? Like, is it? Or are neither of them? Like, what's gonna happen? But you're like, yeah, man, it just ends, and you're like, and that's the story. We're done. And I like that a lot because we don't have a hero. We don't have someone who saves the day for everybody. Like, McReady kind of like fills in that leader role, but even then, he's like not really a leader. He's like, let's just try to live.
Yeah. And he's looking out for himself.
100%. 100%. He's like, guys, I'm just trying to figure out which one of you is going to try to kill me and which one of you is going to help me escape. Like, that's where we're at right now. That's it. And this is a movie of survival, and I like it.
And what would your IMDb be?
I'd probably IMDb it probably a 7.5 out of 10. And the reason was, it's very entertaining. Practical effects still stand up to this day. I like that there is no take charge, I can solve this, I'm the hero kind of vibe.
Yeah.
It's very much just a group of people trying to survive, and I appreciate that. But also, it was a fun ride, well paced, decently written. Like, nobody's winning Oscars for this screenplay. However, it was very functional. There was enough information being given to the audience to understand what's happening, but also to create a sense of mystery. Like, it's a well-crafted movie. And I'm like, good job, guys. You made a fully functional movie that tells the story you want to tell, tells it clearly. And there was never a point where I was confused about what's happening in the movie, which I appreciate. So yeah, that's my score. What's your score?
I say buy it. Buy it twice. I did. I bought the 4K, and I was looking for something. My daughter wanted something that was on one of the streaming services I bought the movies on, and I'm flipping through, and I'm like, oh fuck, I bought the thing a long time ago. I already had it on digital.
I love it.
But that's all right. At least the 4K came with nice picture, nice sound, and it has the extras there that would be cool to listen to. No, yeah. If you remember liking this movie, have no fear. This movie is still great, and it still holds up. And like I said, it does stay at the beginning, 1982, which something psychologically says, oh, okay, so anything stupid I see, I can forgive now.
Yeah.
Because if I don't see that year, I'm like, oh, this is dumb.
When I saw that chess computer, I was like, oh my God, right. Because in the 80s, shit like that existed.
Yeah. No, the effects, like I said before, 85% hold up very well. They're
Mhm.
still gory. They sound gory. The acting was great. There is no hero. Everyone steps up. Well, not everyone. A lot of characters step up to do stuff in this movie. McCready, Kurt Russell,
Mhm.
is probably people's favorite for the reason just because he's Kurt Russell and you're cheering for him. But you're cheering for everyone because there's not really a person that you dislike. That's a real
Yeah.
Gary. But even when they Palmer turns and Gary and they're all tied to him, and they
Mhm.
kill finally Palmer and Windows, and Gary's like, I know you guys have been through a lot, but can you get me out of the fucking chair? And he's screaming at them to get him out of the fucking
Yes.
chair. So everyone is somewhat likable. Diabetes, Wilford Brimley's awesome. You're cheering for everybody to escape, and you're sad when you're like, I liked him, but you know everyone's gonna die anyways.
Yeah.
Clark, because he likes the dog so much, like he seems like a good guy. No, this movie is so much fun. It is paced well. If you've never seen it before, this is a great movie, and you like horror movies. This is a great
Mhm.
movie to watch, and I'm really glad that I haven't seen it in so long because, like I said, I know everyone gets it, but I totally forgot in which order, and a bunch of times I forgot how. I forgot how they got killed. No,
Mhm.
this is a buy it. My IMDb would probably be, for me, I'm a huge John Carpenter fan and Kurt Russell. This one's a 9.5 for me. This is
Oh.
almost perfect.
Wow.
It's not. I think it's very rewatchable. It's
Yeah.
not campy rewatchable. You
No.
have to be, but even in a bad mood, I enjoyed this movie.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a fun movie.
It is.
Yeah, it sounds great, looks great, paced great. Not the greatest script, like you said.
But it's a functional one. Like it does its job.
Yeah, and it has realistic one-liners.
Yes.
Okay, yes, that one-liner makes sense.
It was
That-
not written for Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's
no, that no. If he was in this movie, it'd
Oh,
be a lot more campier.
yes.
I'm
100%.
not saying it wouldn't be bad. I'm just saying it would be a different movie
It
altogether.
would be a very different movie.
He'd be kicking these things asses. And probably not just probably with his own bare hands.
He would be the only one to survive. And if there was a female like worker at this station, she would also survive.
Yeah.
But everybody else
He'd
would
save somebody.
He'd save somebody. Yeah.
And he'd have a lot of machine guns that never ran out of bullets. And
100%.
I'd watch the movie. I'm not saying it would be a bad movie, but
Yeah.
No, the one-liners definitely made sense for this movie. No, I really like this movie. It was awesome. This is definitely on a short list for my top 10 favorite ones of the year.
And I would not be mad if they made a sequel of it, like an actual sequel.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, you know what? Even if you got rid of both of them and started with Norwegian and did a one-season miniseries,
Yeah.
and then the American one-season miniseries, and then have it go to the mainland or some other station on like a boat, and then have it hit the ground, and then by season 5, the world's fucked. That would be great. And they don't even have a happy ending for the entire series.
Like everybody just dies.
Everyone's just children,
Yeah.
dogs, cats, your goldfish.
dead.
Everyone's fucked. That would be fantastic. So if you're
Love
listening,
it.
HBO, do it.
Put us in the writer's room.
Yeah. All right. Anything else for The Thing?
Nope. that's it.
1982.
1982, The Thing.
All right. Well, thank you for coming back for 1982 for the podcast, the actual podcast. And until next movie we remember liking, which is now, we are going to watch the preview for The Thing 2011. And after this preview, we are going to come back and review The Thing 2011. All right, hold on. Just trying to fill the air because I screwed something up.
We're back.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is very exciting. I saw today on Crave, they have Hard Eyes on there.
I saw that too. Yeah, I want to watch that.
Watch it
sometime this week.
It
Good?
is so good. I went to see it in theaters with my friend on
Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie
Oh, there we
podcast,
are.
and this is feature number 2 of our double drive-in feature. This is Anna's pick, and she picked The Thing double feature. 1982, 2011. This is the 2011 one. Not, I believe, as loved as the first one.
No, and I get why. I
But-
am not ridiculous. Like, I understand. I feel like this one is a movie of lesser quality, but higher entertainment for me. Like campy entertainment. Goofier, sillier. Like this is the lighter one.
There are some movies that I will admit are not the greatest movies, but for
Mhm.
some reason I love watching them. And
Yeah.
this is one of those. Prometheus, World War Z. There's just some movies that they're not the greatest, but so entertaining.
Yep.
Either they're campy or they're trying real hard or they're bad, but they're so well done bad. Like
Yes.
what's that guy that we watched, the shark one, the one where the FBI
Oh.
agents go to
Deep
the
Blue-
island, Deep Blue
Deep Blue
Sea,
Sea.
and then the one where they go to the island, the Mind FBI,
Oh, Mindhunters.
Mindhunters. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of his
Terrible.
movies. I can't remember the director. It's
It doesn't even matter.
No.
God bless that man.
But terrible movies, but so entertaining that I like them.
You know what? There's always something. Hold on, I'm looking up the director. Rennie Harlan.
Rennie Harlan, right.
I
Yeah.
love a silly movie, especially when there's a counterpart to it that's a little bit darker, a little bit heavier. And then like The Fog. I love the remake.
Oh, the remake? Yeah.
I'm not that crazy about the original. Love the remake. I will
Yeah.
rewatch it like 20 times because it's lighter, it's a little campier, it's a little bit sillier, but it is just entertaining. But it does still give you jump scares. It still has, talking dead people. So, I mean, for me, that's the main difference between the two, the things.
Yeah.
One is a little bit more, I don't know, I can almost say gorier. Like it feels grosser.
And that's the
feels-
practical effects because this is
Yes.
very CGI heavy.
So yeah, so that one feels grosser, it feels gorier, it feels more intense, and it feels a little more heavy. This one feels a little bit lighter, also because Jonas, I think that's the character, yes, played by Christopher. I'm gonna butcher all of these names, but he's one of my favorite characters. He barely says anything. He's the quiet one who just runs around killing everything for Kate Lloyd. I'm like, I love you, man.
Well, there are a lot of actual, like either Finnish or Swedish or
Yes.
Yeah, but there's also like Ulrich Thompson, which people would you'll know him to see him. But Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who was on a role, I don't know if she was on a role, but she was in a lot.
She was in a lot, and then
yeah.
it felt like it paused.
Yeah, like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, 10 Cloverfield Lane, which was a great movie.
Yep.
A horrible Die Hard movie, number 5. But yeah, and she's been in a lot, and she's great. What's his name plays her friend Eric Christian Olsen.
Yes.
You won't know his name, but when you see him, you're like, oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Because
He's
not
been
another.
in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he was in Dumb and Dumber. He played, I don't know if he played Harry or Lloyd.
Yeah,
but,
not another teen movie, and then he was
Fired Up.
NCIS Los Angeles.
Oh,
For
was he in
ever.
800 episodes? Yeah.
Something like that. God bless.
Now, we were shocked that the Thing budget was between 10 and 15 million.
Yeah.
And this is a testament of how big the Thing from 1982 was and how much of a cult status it had, that they thought, let's make a prequel. But I don't think it did very well either.
No, I don't think it did, and I think it had a much, much, much
Bigger.
larger
What are we thinking?
budget.
I'm thinking like 25, 30.
Yeah, I'm 100% 30 to 40.
And it comes in at between 35 and 38 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big undertaking for a cult classic that barely made its money back.
Well, I think it's well, here's my thing. Because that box office, that's all the re-releases. That's not including like for the 1982 thing. They're not including video rentals,
No,
DVD rentals, or purchases. If you factor in the money from that, they've
it
made their
definitely
money
made money. Yeah.
100 times over. So I'm sure the studio's sitting there going, "We've got the rights.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's make it contemporary."
And why wouldn't you do a? You could have in 2011. You could use it now, but you could use Keith David, and you could have used Kurt Russell because they were the two
Yeah.
survivors. But I do like how this one is the story before 1982 takes place.
Yeah.
It's cool. The actors are all good. I
Yep.
remember the effects, although CGI a few times you're like, oh, but some of the CGI was like,
Some of the
well
CGI
done.
was amazing.
Yeah. Now this
Some
is a
of it
while
you
ago.
were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's 100% cartoon-esque."
Yeah.
But those were the ones that I kind of liked because they're a little ridiculous. But I'm like,
And it's
that
like
was
Alien and it's like Predator, and because
yeah,
Alien versus Predator and all the
yeah.
Predator movies and all the aliens and the new Alien Earth. As
Mhm.
long as some aliens or predators or things or whatever killing zombies or killing
Yeah.
people, it doesn't have to be great. It just has to be well done.
Yeah.
It has to look
It doesn't
decent.
have to be great.
Yeah,
It
it
just
doesn't have
has
to
to
be
be well
great.
done.
If it's
Well, no.
great, that's a bonus.
Yes. I think if they had used more practical effects in this one,
I would, yeah,
it
100%.
would
It would have
have
been,
it probably would have been way better. Like
yeah.
not a lot. You don't have to give me like 100% practical, but give me something. Bring me in a little bit with some tactileness. Because if I'm looking at something and it's a person basically falling apart or being welded together to someone else or something like that, and I can see that it's CGI, it takes away from the experience a little bit. And it's not that that upsets me, but it makes it a different kind of movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not mad at it for this one.
No, and I did not have the confidence that I did in the 1982 one. So I just have the DVD of this one.
That's good. That's good.
But it does have some deleted scenes. The Thing Evolved, Fire and Ice, commentary with director and producer. So it does have a few extra things on it on the DVD. And I've said this before. There is a difference sometimes with the 4K Blu-ray and the DVD.
Yeah.
DVDs aren't bad.
No.
And there are some movies that would I pay $40 for The Thing 2011? No.
Yeah.
No. But would I pay $5, $8? I did. I did. And DVDs still look really well.
Mm-hmm.
So the budget, what do we think the box office? I know it didn't do very well.
I probably only did like 15 million.
50 or 15?
15.
15? Yeah, I think it bombed.
Yeah.
Which I was surprised. I didn't go to the theater to see this. I was excited about it. I never, and I don't know why. Maybe
I
got
didn't
the
go
early
to theaters
reviews.
either.
Oh. Well, 31 worldwide. So.
Oh. It didn't even break even.
No.
It took a serious loss. Good
Serious loss.
numbers if they had used more practical effects, they could have brought the budget down.
Yeah.
And they probably would have broken even.
Not bad. October, cold, scary. Not a bad
Mhm.
release. October 14th, it opened third
Okay.
behind Footloose, which just opened as well, the 2011 remake. Real Steel. What does that sound familiar? Is that Hugh Jackman?
It's
The
Hugh Jackman
fighting
with the
robot.
fighting robots.
The Ides of March, Moneyball, Dolphin Tale, 50-50, The Big Year, Courageous. These aren't great movies, and you came in third.
No.
I mean,
Contagion.
Not
but
that they're not. I don't mean that they're not great movies. You're in October, and you're the only horror movie, and you came in
No.
third.
I don't know if you ask some people The Help and What's Your Number are both horror movies. Although What's Your Number is one of my favorite movies.
And it dropped to 9th by the next weekend.
Yeah.
and then 15. So it did not have a lot of staying power. Well, Paranormal
No.
Activity came out, and
Oh yeah.
Three Musketeers. Yeah, it's
Real Steel.
actually
Again.
Real Steel looks like it did pretty good. I'm just
Yeah.
curious. Oh, 300 million
Oh.
worldwide. There you go. 85 here, which isn't bad.
Jiminy
213
Crickets.
international. That's Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
I remember I've only seen the movie I think once, and I think it was okay.
What, Real Steel?
Real Steel.
I think I saw it once, but I was barely paying attention. Like, it
Yeah,
was
it
on
was one of
TV. And I was like,
yeah.
oh, yeah, okay, I'll watch this. And I think I was reading a book at the same time.
Why is Hugh Jackman yelling at that robot?
Why does it feel like Hugh Jackman's in love with that robot?
Yeah, this movie's weird.
He's too close to the robot.
I think also this movie did not do well. Well, let's take a look at the.
I feel like this movie was hated.
Yeah, and like Prometheus, like a lot of those, but it does have its fans. I'm one.
I really like Prometheus.
I love Prometheus.
I don't know why people hate it so much.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Still had an alien.
No,
Took to the end to get to it.
It's an alien movie.
Yeah.
So of course you have to have a bunch of stupid humans who are going to get themselves killed because they really think they are at the top of the food chain.
Oh, you should
And then-
see the geniuses in Alien Earth.
Oh,
I don't know if you started watching that yet. They're pretty.
No,
dumb.
I haven't yet.
Yeah. I'm like, Jesus, can you guys be any dumber? The alien deserves to kill you. Actually, that show's actually not. It's all right. I'm waiting. It's only 2 episodes. It's just they're giving us a group of characters. Oh, these people seem cool, and then they kill them. The new group of characters, like, oh, okay, they killed them. I'm like, how am I supposed to care about these fucking people? Taglines: It's not human yet.
Oh, okay.
In a place where there is nothing, they found something.
Oh, that's good. I like that one.
That's it. Here is, I believe, from the producers of Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also this one. I don't know if this is. I don't remember seeing this one. It's a cool poster.
It's a very cool poster. I don't remember seeing it either.
No.
It's basically Antarctica with a crack in the ice and a spaceship seemingly powered up.
Yeah.
Coming up through the crevice.
And then the first one, it looks a lot like the old one.
Yeah.
Sort of. It says the thing, but it has the guy with the parka on. His
one
fingers
hand
are long.
human, one stretched out hand.
Yeah.
Then it's not human yet.
All right. So we both think that the critics didn't like it.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Oh, jeez.
No, they did not. 170 reviews, comes in at 34%. 25,000, which is close to almost the critics' ratings, comes in at 43%. Most people didn't like this movie, but 43% did.
I mean, let's be real. This was never going to be a critic's favorite or even a general public favorite.
Yeah. Well, this is your pick, so you look for a good one. I'll look for the bad one. This time it's easier for me to find one.
I got one. This is from Keith Garlington at Keith in the Movies. This prequel to John Carpenter's 1982 horror classic manages to capture enough of the shocks and paranoia of its predecessor to be successful. Original score 3 out of 5. Thank you, Keith.
Matt Brunson from Film Frenzy says, it's actually a prequel to the 1982 movie, leading one to wonder why they didn't more accurately name it The Thing, The Beginning, The Thing, The Early Days, or even I Was a Teenage Thing. 2 out of 4.
That's good. I was a teenage thing. Ed Travis from Synapse wrote, I've come to outright enjoy The Thing as a love letter to John Carpenter's film and a thrilling companion piece to that unblemished masterpiece. No score.
Richard Probst from theindependentcritic.com says the actors aren't brilliant here, but much of the film's deficits can be placed squarely upon the shoulders of its first-time helmer. 1.5 out of 4.
Okay, I don't know how this is marked as a good one, but I'm going to read it anyways. Crystal Cooper, we got this covered. The fact that the thing falls flat is proof positive that, unlike the film's industrious Alien, parasitic remakes can't easily carbon copy the host. Original score 5 out of 10. That did not deserve a tomato.
No. Abby Bernstein from Assignment X says, ultimately, the 2011 The Thing is an acceptable creature feature, but it's unlikely to be anyone's favorite thing, let alone considered the best possible thing. Original score, B minus. Well, that's not bad. Like, I mean, she shits on it, but she's saying it's not a bad creature feature.
Yeah. R.L. Schaefer from IGN DVD. There's nothing really new about this remake prequel, but the film's attention to continuity and detail is respectable and interesting for fans of John Carpenter's 1982 classic.
Daniel Green of Cineview says, not only a pale imitation of the previous two incarnations, but also one of the worst films, horror or otherwise, released this year. Avoid at all costs. 1 out of 5.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, Lisa Giles Ketty from Real.com. Van Hygen, Hein, hold on. Heinigans Jr.'s The Thing. I butchered that. My apologies. Still works as a perfectly watchable contemporary sci-fi thriller on the surface by creating enough entertaining scares. Original score 3 out of 5.
Bob Grimm from Tustin Weekly said, I almost liked it. Original score 2 out of 5.
David Edwards from the Daily Mirror UK. The themes of paranoia and isolation are the same as Carpenter's film, but the effects aren't a patch on the original. Original score 3 out of 5.
Jim Judy, Screen It. Once one has gotten over the shock value of the gory visuals, the result is a fairly humdrum and less engaging experience. Just no score.
Okay. Ashley Clark, Little White Lies. Nary an original bone in this monster's body, but effective nonetheless. Original score 3 out of 5.
This will be my last one because there's a lot. Kyle Smith from New York Post says, this movie is basically a snow cone alien or predator, and we've seen nearly a dozen of these. 2 out of 4.
I'm going to finish with this. Jim Shembry from The Age, Australia. Hopefully, we'll never tire of the visual splendor inherent in seeing human faces tear themselves apart. Original score 3 out of 5.
Well, back to IMDb. Surprisingly, this movie has 152,000 user ratings.
Wow.
That's huge. And it comes in at a 6.2.
I did not expect that.
No, neither did I. That's not bad, actually, for a horror movie.
Yeah.
For any horror movie, 6 over
It's pretty
6
impressive.
is good.
Yeah.
Like, it might be a really good horror movie if it has over a 6. We've like ones that had like 5 point something.
Yeah. Or lower.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you may start with 10 since this is your pick.
Let's go. Ooh. True to form, great sci-fi horror for thing lovers. W. McFerrin 189-891-813. 10 out of 10.
Leperling says, call me optimistic and kind, but I actually liked it. 9 out of 10.
Okay. A very good prequel. What is sadly a bit underrated. Zek Gabor, 8 out of 10.
Well, Neji 107 says, impressive by Hollywood standards, but can't sustain the same classic suspense as the original. 7 out of 10.
Ooh, a remake disguised in prequel, but without the tension of John Carpenter's masterpiece. Claudio Carvalho, 6 out of 10.
This is why you leave perfection alone. Acid J, 5 out of 10.
Aliens attacking humans, loud sounds, and flamethrowers. Very disappointing. Matt tried J, 4 out of 10.
Sizzy Dano, or Damo, sorry, says, I could say it's not for everyone, but then I can't think of who would it be for. 3 out of 10.
Garbage Pail Kid version of John Carpenter classic. Matt 011002 2 out of 10.
Garbage Pail Kid version of John Carpenter classic. Matt, prisoner number 01100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, this was a better one. Sorry. Not a good prequel. Not even a good movie. Avenus 01. Sorry, while you're looking.
No, I did. That was my number 2.
Oh, that was
2
your
out of
number
10.
2.
Yeah, my 2 out of 10 was Garbage Pail Kid version. And then
Oh.
I thought you were just rereading it.
I did reread it, and then I thought you were doing, I got my numbers mixed up.
Oh, okay. Now you're coming in with 1 out of 10.
Yeah, and it's sitting here. Why did this movie suck so much? Stubbs 182. 1 out of 10. That's a good one.
That's fantastic.
Let's see. All right. Well, we've gone over everything.
Yeah.
There's only one thing left to do. How long? How long has it been since you've seen this one? I've seen this one probably a couple more times more, and more recently than the 1982 one.
Oh, I've seen this one definitely, obviously more recently, but I haven't seen it for probably. Hold on, we're in 2025 now.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, it's probably been about 7 years. Because I know
Actually,
the last time I watched it, I think it was before the pandemic. If I'm not mistaken. Or right at the beginning of the pandemic.
Or right at the beginning. Yeah, that's probably. That is probably about mine too. All right, so let's share this. Yeah. Let's.
"48 hours ago, we found something quite remarkable.
What'd they find?
There's a structure.
In Antarctica?
And a specimen.
Really?
Touching down. This is Kate Lloyd's, Columbia Paleontology.
Let me show you why you flew 10,000 miles. We estimate it's been here 100,000 years.
I'm going to take a tissue sample.
Do you really think that's a good idea?
Yes, I do. You, my friends, will all be immortalized as the people who made this discovery.
Did you hear that?
My God.
Somebody was attacked.
But it seems everyone is fine.
Either someone miraculously healed themselves, or someone is not who they say they are.
What was it doing to him?
It's imitating his cells. I think this thing copies its prey and then hides inside it. What are you saying? Not all of us are human. Could be any of us. We can't let this thing leave. If it makes it out of here, millions of people could die.
It still looks good.
It still looks good.
I'm
gonna love it.
If you compare it to The Thing 1982. I get why you won't like, but you shouldn't do
Yeah.
that. You're robbing yourself of just some cheesy entertainment.
Yeah, man.
It's
If you
like
don't even
Prometheus.
think of it, yeah. If you don't
Prometheus
even
isn't
think of it,
aliens or alien.
don't think of it as it's within the universe, but it's not in the same club, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Adjacent.
And it also has Joel Edgerton. I forgot
Yeah.
I really like him. He's awesome. And it has a couple of Game of Thrones people in there I saw.
Mhm.
But yeah, and I guess this was Mathages Van Hegegen Jr. His first movie.
100%. That was the name I butchered reading. I'm like, oh god,
Yeah.
you need to like.
I thought I was going to do it better than you, but I did not. I'm looking at I can do this. Watch. And I
looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, for sure. And then the minute my brain tried to like process it, I'm like, I should have processed this.
It's like I
Not
was
good.
coloring again. Coloring on the table outside of the lines. No, it still looks, I think it looks still good. It doesn't look as good as the first one. It's not going to be.
No,
But it looks
doesn't
fun.
look as serious as the first one.
No, it looks a lot more dark in tone,
Yeah.
and this one looks a little more campier.
Yes.
And you're seeing like I think a lot of people like, well, it looks like the same movie. That's why I think a lot of people mistake it as a remake. But you gotta remember, it is still a science lab, 100 miles or 50 miles around the corner from where the original camp is. So although their technology looks a little better.
Yeah, just a little bit.
For
And
being
I
in the
think
same time
it's funny
period.
though, because I feel like this is why I keep calling it a remake, even though it is technically a prequel. Because I'm like, it's a modern day prequel to a movie
Yeah.
from 1982.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you made it a remake without even realizing, because it is essentially the same movie.
Oh yeah, you got their blow torches, your dogs,
Yeah, it's essentially the same
the
movie.
exact same story.
So I'm like, it's in spirit, it is a remake, even though technically it's a prequel.
And you know what? They could make another one and just call it The Thing 2026. And as long as it's in Antarctica and people are getting fucking killed, I'll watch that one too.
And as long as there's a flamethrower, we
Yeah.
need the flamethrower.
Yeah, need the same flamethrower and a couple dogs.
100%.
Yeah.
Done.
All right. Well, I think you said you're gonna like it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think I'm gonna like it. We're gonna go watch The Thing from 2011, and when we get back, we are going to review it.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And now, on with the show.
Yay! Did you watch 2011's The Thing?
I did indeed.
All right, me too. What was your...
It's the same movie as 1982's The Thing.
Yeah, it was kind of the same. Yeah, when you watch them that close.
Identical.
When you watch them that close together, and I get it, they're in the exact same place. They're a lab just like that. They have the same structures.
Yes, but they have different people.
They have different people. Yeah.
But
they don't have as many
same
dogs.
movie. No, not as many dogs. I'll give them that.
And yeah, they're just the first ones that find the alien ship, find the alien, and then they have to deal with it first.
Yes.
And you realize right from the beginning that it does not end well for them.
No, it doesn't, especially because the head guy kept wanting to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
As people are dying, he's like, no, we can't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Sir, now is the time to talk.
Yeah, I didn't hate it though.
I still really liked it.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's campy.
It's a lot more campier. The CGI The
It can be
practical
distracting.
effects from 1982 aged better than some of the CGI
Yeah.
of 2011. And now some of the CGI in this one was great.
Hmm. But there were a lot of times that you could see that the actor, like their reactions were delayed, or there was a very long pause, and I'm like, you don't know when you're supposed to react.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're going off CGI. And yeah, there's something.
Yeah.
Some actors work better with CGI and
Mhm.
green screen, that type of stuff, than other actors.
Very true.
And yeah, and usually it's the actor that's done it a few times.
Also, I think it might just be unfamiliarity on the part of like the director or the assistant director, because they're getting cues from off camera.
Yeah.
Actors are getting cues from off camera if they don't have someone in the ball suit or with the ball
Yeah.
doing things. Yeah, so it could just be someone took too long to give the cue. That's it.
Well, I remember watching an interview with Robin Williams where he was talking about Jumanji, and it was just some kid working on the movie, some sort
Yeah.
of I don't know what his position was, but he had just something on his head
Yeah.
that signified that he was a rhinoceros,
Mhm.
and he was chasing Robin. And Robin Williams was trying to explain that you have to pretend that kid is this big giant rhinoceros.
Yeah. And
Um,
it's a very challenging thing for a lot of people, and I'm like, I
Yeah.
get it, but it takes you out of the movie a little bit when you're
Yeah.
like, this little piece of alien is screaming in your face, and you're just looking at it like it's
Yeah.
offered you a piece of cake. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, the microwave popcorn just went off.
Exactly.
Yeah, I still had fun watching it. I did like the fillings part.
Yes.
That was a nice added little because it made total sense that it couldn't do
made
the
total
organic.
sense.
Our American counterparts could not
Yeah.
did not figure that part out.
No, but I mean,
If-
they did have a very smart female paleontologist with the Norwegians.
Yeah.
So there's the difference. I'm just saying.
And I liked all the actors. I liked all the
Mhm.
actors in this movie. Yeah, no, it was a horror movie. It was science fiction. It was gory, not as gory. It was,
No.
but it wasn't. Like the CGI,
was-
the aliens moved better. They
Yes.
did more, but it didn't look as
It didn't have that
gross
same
or menacing as 1982.
It did not have that same vibe, because
No.
there was something about like when you see like the viscosity of the blood in the first one,
Yeah.
and then in this one you're just kind of like, it doesn't look like it'll stick to me, you know?
Yeah.
And then it doesn't feel as gross to you, which I think is a big difference. But
Yeah.
it's funny because I guess I had forgotten this. In the very beginning, when they start with the absolutely beautiful shots of Antarctica, like it's gorgeous. And
Mhm.
it says at the bottom, winter Antarctica 1982. I was like, oh, I didn't realize they told us that, but they did. And then as I'm watching it, I'm literally Googling because I'm like, did they have laparoscopic cameras? Like in 1982, by the way, they did. And I was like, oh, and then I never realized like the headset that she was listening with, but I was like, in 2011, were our headsets still like wired and like over the ear, or were we into earbuds at that point? Like I was Googling a bunch of stuff because I was like, it feels really modern,
Mhm.
but it's not.
No, it takes place in 1982.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
And-
feels like it takes place in 2011.
Yeah, and that's
Which
why I
I think
said
also-
when we were watching the preview, like it feels they're more technically advanced
Yeah.
than the American 1982.
Also, that was
station.
a much nicer station.
Yes, it was.
Maybe Norway just puts more money into their Antarctic program.
All right, well, let's go over this movie. In the winter of 1982, members of the Norwegian research station, Thule, or Thule, I don't know how they pronounce it, discover an alien spacecraft and a nearby alien body buried in the Antarctic ice. Dr. Sander Halvorson and his assistant Adam Finch recruit American paleontologist Kate Lloyd to investigate. I did remember that there were 10 people there. They added in the 3-man helicopter team. And I was curious because with that helicopter, I'm like, that's not the helicopter from
it's not.
The Thing, 1982. But it makes sense at the end of the movie. So we got an extra 3 people. Because in the 1982 movie, when they were saying how many people were at the Norwegian one, they said 10. We actually had 13 here, but 3 of them were the people bringing in supplies and stuff on the helicopter. Together with pilots Sam Carter, Derek Jameson, and crewman Griggs, they fly to Thule Station to meet Station Chief Edvard Wollner, along with his team of Juliet, Carl, Jonas, Olav, Henrik, Colin, Peter, Lars, and Lars's dog. The body, Lars was funny. And that Game of Thrones guy, the redheaded guy, he was funny.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, the body encased in a block of ice is transported to Thule Station. Yeah, so they actually go and look at this. They go down, it's actually under the ice, and they realize it's a whatchamacallit, and then they find the alien had tried to get out of the thing. Which was frozen there. I'm surmising that the alien crashed on purpose because these aliens were infected with the Thing and tried to not go back to their home planet and just said, well, fuck
See,
Earth.
I'm surmising that they didn't crash on purpose.
Oh, you think
I think it was an accidental crash.
Oh. Or they were fighting the Thing and they crashed. Yeah.
Maybe part of because this alien ship is ginormous.
Yeah.
In comparison to the one from the first, the Thing, the 1982.
Yeah,
thing.
this one's much bigger.
This one is the size of like a shopping mall.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there was probably more crew who all turned into the alien and then infected all the alien. And then they probably sabotaged the ship. That's my thought.
While the team celebrates their historic find, Jameson witnesses the Thing burst from the ice block. I forgot about this part. Yeah, that was cool. I did like that part.
Well, especially because there was a small jump scare before that. Like he gets scared by one of his colleagues, and he's like, "God, what's wrong with you?" And then all of a sudden, the alien like pops up, and he's like, "Ah!"
And I also because I saw the 1982 movie, but when they were like, "Let's take a tissue sample," and she's like, "I don't think that's a good idea." I'm like, "No, that's probably not a good idea."
Well, she's the one that's like perfectly reasonable, where she's like, "This is not the best plan. Why would you take it out of the ice? Why are you letting it defrost? Why are you drilling into it? Why are you doing all of this?" I'm like, they should listen to you.
The team splits up. Yeah, because he runs back telling them that, and they don't believe him. They go there and they're like, fuck. That's not good. The team splits up to search for the alien and find Lars' dog dead. Do they? Yes,
they
do.
Don't. Well, they find the trail of blood and there's some guts in there.
Yeah.
I don't think they see the actual corpse of the dog.
Right. Then the alien drags Henrik into itself, splattering blood on Olav. The group kills the alien by igniting spilled fuel beneath it, and then an autopsy reveals the alien cells were copying Henrik's. Like, this part was all right. This was a practical effect. This part was fine.
Yeah, when they're cutting up the alien and they see his face within like amniotic sac within him. Yeah. Paleontologist is putting the information together. She's figuring it all out. What is it? Dr. Sander is still like, shh, don't tell anyone. Turn off the radios. Cut off all communication.
And this is where we first see is it the knee? The little metal plate?
Yeah. Or is it a shoulder?
Shoulder. Maybe it was a shoulder.
I can't remember.
But she was like, what? And then they were asking, like, well, why is it outside of his body? Olav falls ill as Carter, Jameson, and Griggs are taken off in a helicopter because Olav was the one who saw it. Yeah. I totally forgot. I thought it was Olav that was the thing. I forgot it was Griggs. And when his face kind of distorted, CGI for that, fine. That looked kind of, with his face kind of distorted like that, that was very cool. I'm like,
that had to happen.
It's him. And then you see the helicopter go down. And what's her name? Kate is trying to flag down the helicopter, and he's like, "What's she want?" And buddy, I get the other guy, the black guy. He's like, "Fuck it, can we just get out of here?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm with him." And he's like, "Nah, we're landing." He's like, "Fuck."
God damn it.
And then you see the helicopter start spinning around and crash.
Yeah.
Greg transforms into a thing and attacks Olaf, causing the helicopter to crash in the mountains. Kate discovers dental fillings in a bloodied shower and alerts the team that the alien can assimilate and imitate its victims to hide among them, but it cannot do inorganic material. Edvard orders the team to drive to the closest base. However, Julia and Kate want to prevent anyone from leaving. Again, it must have been a while before I saw this, because I'm like the guy who's being a dick. I'm like, that's the alien, and it turns out to be her. I'm like, oh shit, I would not
forgot
last
it was her.
long.
I forgot it was, but as soon as she was like, we should take the keys, and then you see her, and I think she locks the door behind them, and I'm like, oh, that's right, she's the alien. But it's funny because one thing I really liked about this movie is that this made more sense than testing the blood.
Yes.
Because that was just like, well, I guess.
Yeah.
I think this is going to happen. She's like, here's some evidence.
Yeah.
The thing
it actually
became
can't.
someone else. It can't, because it left this behind all bloodied. So this is proof that this is something we can use to check everybody, which makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. And then when she goes back to like show them all the blood is cleaned up. That was really quick. It takes a little longer. Not that I know. Yeah, that's true. Probably had a lot of experience.
Yeah.
No, I would not last long in a situation like that. I would be like, I would be one of the first. I'd be a red shirt, a Star Trek red shirt.
100%. 100%. Because I'd be tossing you in the path of the alien.
Yeah. But when she's getting the keys and what was her name?
Juliet.
Juliet is behind her, and then you see Kate's face and you hear it start to split open and stuff.
Yes.
The sound in this movie is impeccable.
Yes.
Yeah, the gross sounds and stuff, is great.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like she knows. She's like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, she has a moment where she's like, oh, God, let me slowly turn. Oh, shit.
After going with Kate to get the keys to the vehicles, Juliet transforms, attempts to kill her. The alien is a lot more mobile in this movie because of CGI. I did like the running at them, them having to run in between things and throw things down to try to stop it. That part was great. Kate escapes and Juliet, the thing, kills Carl. She did tell him to run.
Yeah, look, if you get the warning and you just ignore it, because you're like, I'll figure this out myself. Don't. If someone tells you to run, just start running.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? You get some cardio?
Yeah. And if it was something where it just happened out of the blue, nothing's been going on, and someone ran by you saying run, I could see it being like, what the hell? What's going on? But after what you've just seen, and someone yells run, I'd be fucking running.
There is an alien killing people, and they can change into other people. When someone tells you to just run, you don't have to end up at the same location, but take off. Don't pause to ask questions.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Hold on. Just going to test your thing here. Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, that's better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you heard the feedback was weird.
Oh. That is weird.
No, I agree. Yeah. If you're
okay, if someone is running real fast, like it's not just a leisurely jog, you take off after them. Like you go.
Damn it, you're doing it again.
Why am I doing that?
That's not, I don't think it's you. Let me see. Do. Okay, I wonder if that's better.
I don't know. We're about to find out.
Okay, just give it. I'm gonna just read this. Give it 1 minute here.
Yep, no problem.
Juliet transforms, tends to kill her. Kate escapes, and Juliet, the Thing, kills Carl. Lars kills the Juliet Thing with a flamethrower, and the team resolves to quarantine themselves until the threat is eliminated. I will say that the Norwegians were a little more efficient in realizing the danger they were in.
They were a lot quicker on the pickup, let me tell you.
Yeah.
The Americans moved real slow to get to that point.
Yes.
But the Norwegians were like, this is very dangerous. We should quarantine.
That night, Carter and Jameson stagger back from the crash. Everyone was pretty sure that how far they were out and where they crashed at, it'd be very likely someone would survive. I get it. I would not trust them either.
Well, no. 100% no.
Suspected of being infected, they are kept in isolation. As the alien does not assimilate and imitate inorganic material, as Kate realized from the discarded dental fillings, Kate proposes everyone to be checked for dental fillings. The test clears all but Sander, Edvard, Adam, and Colin, who have no metallic fillings. A couple of them said that they had porcelain, and the one guy, like he said, he
never had cavities.
Yeah. He's getting shit on because he flossed.
Yeah, that was funny. And then the leader was like, they're porcelain.
Yeah,
and I was like, porcelain. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're the one that makes money.
Yeah. Lars is abducted while going to fetch Carter and Jameson for testing. Carter and Jameson break into the main building, shooting Peter dead and puncturing his flamethrower tank, causing the explosion that knocks Edvard unconscious. They actually had another testing idea, did they not? That got the leader and then his assistant were working on it, and then he left for a minute to go to the bathroom, and then when they came back, it was on fire. Because they did come up with a testing idea.
Yeah. Because they were like, no, we'll find something conclusive. We'll see if there's alien stuff. And they were like, okay.
Which again, like the other movie, just brings in who could be the killer. It is very familiar.
It's the same fucking movie with like small tweaks, but it's essentially the exact same movie.
It is. When brought to the main room, Edvard violently transforms into the Thing, infects Jonas, kills Jameson, then assimilates Adam. Yes, when they got their arm around him, they said, bring our two other guys, our two pilots, Carter and Jameson, escape, come around, and they have the standoff. They finally, the one guy blows up. Then they're helping the other guy. His arm just disconnects.
Yeah.
Crawls up Buddy's other arm and then just sucks on his mouth.
That was, I think, the scene where I was like, you're not reacting fast enough.
Yeah. And then poor Adam is on the ground. What happened to him?
One of the tentacles just like...
Oh, right. Hit him in the shoulder or whatever. Yeah.
No, it was right in the gut. Yeah, so he's bleeding out.
And what's his name is obviously the Thing and walking toward... That's a shitty way to go. And they start melting. And that's where that CGI part, I get that. That was fine. Yes, so Jameson then assimilates Adam, becoming a two-headed Thing. Kate burns Jonas and Jameson before they can fully transform. This actually happens to be the two-headed Thing that the first movie, 1982 movie, when that's what they find and bring back to the... Because they're wondering what it is. Before they can fully transform. Then she and Carter burn Edvard Adams' Thing before pursuing Sander, who had also been assimilated. The Sander Thing drives in a snowcat to the spaceship. The spacecraft suddenly activates, shifting and separating Kate and Carter, with Kate falling into the ship and Carter proceeding through the main hatch. Kate encounters the monstrous Sander Thing and kills it with a grenade. This chase was pretty cool through the spaceship. which shuts down because I wouldn't be chasing the thing. I'd be going in the opposite direction.
You wouldn't even gone to the spaceship. Let's be real.
That's what I mean. I'd be going that Russian base they were talking about.
Yeah, you're like, nope, I'm out. Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna go have some vodka. Which shuts down the spaceship's engine. Kate finds Carter and notices that he is missing an earring. This was pretty cool, and it's kind of shitty because I like the character. And she says to him, "I knew you weren't an alien because you still had your earring." And then he touches his ear, and she's like, "It wasn't in that ear.
It was the other ear." Because I remember she's kind of looking at him in the car before, and she's like, and then she kind of like calms down, and I was like, "Oh, he's wearing an earring," because you can see the earring because they were shooting from that side. And then when she gets her like disappointed mom look on her face, where she's like, "Oh, you know how I knew you had an earring?" She's like, "Other side."
Yeah.
When he grabs the wrong ear, and I was like, "Oh, girl." Then she takes a little too long to light him on fire.
Yeah. I do like how she said, because he threw the flamethrower in the cat, and then she grabbed it and says, "I'm going to throw this in the back." And then she had it ready to go. And then she torched them. When she was asking everybody for the fillings, if you didn't have a filling and I was in this movie, you'd be torched. I might torch you if you have a filling just to be safe.
I've never had a cavity.
Oh, you'd be torched.
I know.
I'm torching everyone.
Yeah, no, that's a problem.
Carter reaches for the wrong ear, confirming to her that he is the thing in disguise. Kate burns the Carter thing, preventing its escape. Kate enters a second snowcat and prepares to drive to the Soviet base 50 miles away. The next morning, Thull's helicopter and pilot Mattis returns to the ruined station. Mattis finds the burned remains of the two-headed Adams thing. Colin's corpse sit in the radio room. Yes, because we didn't see what happened to him. He was just... And then, of course, he was the guy who committed suicide that the Americans find later. This part was all very cool.
Yeah.
His wrist slit and the straight razor held in his hand. Lars, having been hiding in the building where Jameson and Carter attacked him, demands at gunpoint that Mattis show his teeth. Lars' dog, thought dead, emerges and runs away, realizing the dog is the thing. Lars orders Mattis to give chase in the helicopter. Which is the big, and then you see it chasing it for a bit, shooting at it, and you realize this is the beginning of the 1982 movie.
Correct.
And that is our movie. The only thing I thought she should have died. Like you're leaving it open that she's gone off to the Russian base. But then you could have made another movie. So
you could have made another movie.
If this movie
who
did
knows?
any good.
Maybe the next movie is her talking to the Russians about the weird alien who like hitched a ride in her truck.
Caterpillar thing.
But yeah, it's I like the ending in that obviously it's the beginning of the 1982 movie. But I also like how the helicopter crew was just like, this guy walks up to you screaming, has a gun, starts shooting at a dog.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Let's go." And they're just like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I was like, "You seem in a rush, so I think we should go." Okay. Yeah. Like, that's it.
Yeah, you could have did a little more there of him explaining what's going on.
Yeah, like a quick
You could have just and all you had to show him was
why?
That corpse things and you're good. Yeah, that is our movie. What is your score?
Okay. For me personally, it's a buy it. For everybody else, I'm like, this is probably a rental. Like, rent it. It's still, look, if you liked 1982 The Thing, you're gonna like 2011 The Thing. Probably not as much, but you will like it because they are essentially the same movie. There's a few tweaks here and there, but pretty much you're getting the exact same kind of movie. Because here's the thing, because it's the prequel, you already know what comes after. So the ending is not that bad, but they do leave you with a little bit of uncertainty with Kate. You don't know what happens to her. You're assuming she might have made it to the Russian base, but you don't know. You don't see her arriving there. You don't see her thriving. You don't see her making contact with people. Like, she's just off the map. She's like gone. And we're following the helicopter to the American base. So I like that kind of question of, is this the end? I hope it's the end. I mean, the dog's free. Who knows who the dog's going to encounter on the way there? Is there a second alien? Who knows? So I like that. But I mean, it's a little campier than the first one. It's a little silly, and I like that. It's a very comforting kind of movie for me. So I like that. Is it better? No. It also feels really, really modern for it being 1982, which I think throws me off even more. So, like, it's an unsettling movie, but not necessarily for all the right reasons. But I still enjoyed it. I like the killing. I like the ridiculousness of it. I like the almost fakeness of the CGI when that pops up because it's not super realistic, but it's good most of the time. But it's still a fun ride. So I'd say rental. I don't think the general public should buy it, but I bought it because I was like, I like rewatching this one. The first one I never really got into rewatching, but I did rewatch this one a few times. So I was like, yeah, well, I'll buy it. Why not? If I have to rent it or buy it, I'm like, I might as well. So I bought it. But I think everybody else should rent it.
And what would your IMDb be?
Probably a 6.
Probably 6.
Yeah. It's not that good of a movie.
Yeah.
But it's mildly entertaining. It's not even mildly entertaining. I find it more entertaining because I like a little bit of campiness. I like a little bit of ridiculousness. I like a lot of the actors in it, but it's objectively not a good movie. It doesn't really ramp up the tension. You get a few jump scares, but it's not that much of a thriller. There isn't that much suspense. It's basically a lot of people just kind of fumbling through something and then coming out the other end either dead or unknown.
Yeah.
What about you?
I say, okay, yeah, if you remember liking The Thing 2011, you're probably far and few between from what we've seen. But I wouldn't say buy it. I would say buy it at a discount. I would not pay $10 for this. I would not buy the 4K for this. I mean,
yeah.
But if I saw it on sale, if you're on Apple or Amazon and it's like $7.99 or $6.99, I would say buy it at a discount. It is not anywhere near as good as the 1982 movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people don't like about it. And that's a little unfair because if the 1982 movie didn't exist, this would just be a fun creature feature that probably more people would have liked. This is great. I watched 1982, then I watched this one. I should have watched this one, and then I should have watched the 1982 one. Yeah. It's a fun movie to watch together. The score isn't as good. The kills aren't as good. The tension is not as good. The actors are great. I do like the actors in this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it, like you said, it kind of fumbles through the movie.
Yeah.
And it's a more generic creature feature film where The Thing is like a masterclass of mystery and tension and yeah. I would say buy it at a discount. I'm with you. I would give this like a 6.5.
Yeah.
It's not a great movie. It's a fun movie. It is. Yeah. It's within that Thing universe. If you did it today, you would probably meld the CGI with the practical and you might make a great movie. I don't see a company putting any money behind another Thing movie anytime soon.
See, but I think they should.
Oh, they should.
But they should give us one of the sequels.
Yeah.
Either the sequel to the original Thing or we follow Kate home.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
or both.
She brings or both.
Yeah.
Like, and they have to like figure it out. Something like that. Because that's the thing that annoys me about the 2011. And I'm like, you guys fumbled it. Like, it's still a fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
And it's still like a good time. But I'm like, you could have been so much better. Also, you could have been a little bit more different. Yeah. Instead of just being like, you took the original, the 1982, The Thing, And then you just tweaked some stuff.
Yeah. Like the fillings part was a nice little touch.
I really like that.
But other than that,
it's other than bringing in a female paleontologist.
Yeah, we had 2 females in this movie and
we had
a
2 women
female
in this
lead,
movie.
really.
Yeah. And she is kind of the heroine, even though mostly she just ends up killing a lot of people.
Yeah.
And avoiding death.
Yeah, she screams at people to torch, like to Lars to torch them a lot.
So, I'm like, you're just yelling at people to like set everybody else on fire. But I mean, it is what it is, but it's still a fun watch. It's kind of campy. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's very lighthearted. Whereas the other one the 1982 had more tension, more suspense.
Yes.
Grosser effects.
Yeah.
Like this one is
the CGI worked in a lot of places in this movie, but in a lot it didn't. And one of the things didn't. There was not that gooey, gory feel to it.
Or the sound of that.
Yeah. Yeah, when you have that practical effect and that sound when they mesh together, you're like, oh, that's gross. Awesome.
So gross.
This sometimes looked okay, sounded great, doesn't mesh. Doesn't go well together.
This is the sanitized, shiny version of the 1982, which I think ruins kind of the effect. Because I mean, as I've said and you've agreed, like it feels too modern to be taking place in 1982. And I think that's where a lot of the stumbling happens. Because I'm like, if they had said, oh, this takes place in 2011, like it's not a prequel, it's a remake, I'd be like, oh, okay. A very different view going into it.
Yeah.
So you probably end up with a lot of different but I'm like, they did a remake, but they called it a prequel because of that fucking dog. And I'm like, this is where I'm like, you guys should have just called it a remake because it would have gotten much better reviews. But anyways.
But still a fun watch.
Yeah.
Not the greatest movie, but yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. It's a buy it for me. I suggest to rent it for everybody else because you know what? $4.99, you would not be mad. I paid $14.99 for it because I was like, I'm gonna rent it or I'm gonna buy it. I'm like, I already know I like rewatching this movie because I've done it quite a few times. So I was like, I might as well just buy it. I'm not mad that I spent $14.99 on it. I'm actually kind of glad because now I'm like, ooh, when can I watch it again?
Did you buy the 1982 one?
No, actually, it was free on my streaming service on Prime because I have MGM Plus.
Right.
So I was like, I'll just watch it there for now. If I don't have to buy it, then I won't. But I mean, when it comes around to it, I'll probably buy it on Apple. Yeah. Or if I catch it on sale.
Yeah. No, it's and watch them together. One's obviously way better than the other.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I would watch 2011 first.
100%.
Yes.
Because I watched 1982 first, then 2011.
Yeah, so did
back to back. And it was I think if I had done it the other way around.
Yeah. Like this was fun and good, and then this was awesome.
Yeah.
This was awesome. This was not as good.
Exactly. Like it sounds like I'm shitting on the movie.
No, yeah, you kind of are, but it's just a different movie.
You kind of are, but it not because I'm like now I'm comparing it to 1982, and I'm like it's not as good as 1982.
No,
1982 is a solid buy it. This one's a rental, but it's still fun and it's campy and it's a good watch. It's just not as good as the 1982 one.
Yeah.
And they fucked up by making the movies too similar.
Very similar.
It feels like remake.
Yeah.
As opposed to prequel. And now I've got beef with the filmmakers.
All right. We have I agree. Rent it's a safe thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying if you see it for $7.99, or sometimes like Amazon and Apple have it where you can rent it for $4 or you can buy it for $4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would buy it. I would definitely watch this again. I will watch this again. I've watched this quite a few times.
Yeah.
It's just, comparing the two, they do not compare.
Yeah.
Not even close.
But now I feel bad for 2011 because I'm like, I did this to you. If I watch you by yourself,
you're fine.
Fun,
Fun, campy.
lighthearted, kind of ridiculous horror creature feature like movie. Good times. I made the mistake of watching it directly after the 1982 one.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, well, now I can't help but compare. And I'm like, and 1982 kicks your ass.
Yeah.
There's a much better movie.
Watch 2011 first.
Yes.
If you're going to watch them together, watch 2011 first, then 1982. You will enjoy the experience much more.
100%.
All right. Well, thank you coming back to that's 2011. Sorry. We actually got out of the 80s here.
I know. Wasn't it exciting?
And watching The Thing. Yeah, and then it wasn't as good as the 1980 movie.
But it was still entertaining.
Almost 30 years later.
I think I'm still on a streak for my double features.
Oh, way more than I was. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. And until... that's it, right? We're done?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thanks for joining us until the next movie we remember liking.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.